Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're here. I have been a chainsaw carving artist for 33 years, so you can imagine that I would have a few saws. In fact, I have dozens. The episode that you're about to watch is me unboxing, testing, and discussing the Makita NGT 40 Volt Max. Is this the right saw for you? My name is Jeff Moore. I am the Northwoods Carver, and thanks for seeing what I saw. Okay, thanks everyone for joining me on this unboxing. The wicked cool Makita NGT 40 Volt Max. This is a big, heavyweight of a battery saw. I'll be honest, I cannot tell a lie. I may have peeked in here a little bit, just a little bit. I may or may not have actually run this saw already, this exact saw. But here's the deal. I got a box with it. So my experience so far, I've taken a shine to these Makitas. Do I believe they are better than the steel battery saws? No. Honestly, no, I don't think they are. Do I think they're as good? I think they're relatively on par, and they exchange good tit for tat, you know. So I had the rep come. So we have reps in Wisconsin. I guess they take care of different territories. And the guy I met in Peshtigo at West Shore Tools, he was one of the reps that was up there with the Makita trailer, or the big semi with all the tools in it that unfolds, and it's like a transformer. Pretty cool. Anyway, I got to spend the day up there. If you watch my Dragon video, you'll see that's when I was up there and I met them while I was there. Anyway, we struck up a friendship, and he expressed to me that they were coming out with a big saw that I might be interested in. And I said, well, I've got, I guess Steel's coming out with the 300 and I haven't tried that yet. So he's basically said, well, I gotta go past your place to get to my place. So, maybe I'd swing by sometime and I'll bring you some stuff to play with. And he did. He brought me this to play with. He was here yesterday. I was so tempted to grab my camera and be like, hey dude, you mind being on this video with me? And that's just kind of awkward. And I'm sure he would have been fine, but I think from a chainsaw perspective, I know a lot more about the different setups, and he's a Makita tool guy, and I'm a chainsaw guy. I'm not a stats guy. So therefore, when I go do this video, I'm relying on technology to help me learn with you. So I don't know anything about this, except for, I may or may not have tampered with the seal a little and maybe smelled the inside of the box, but maybe that's about it. But I digress. So here's what the deal is. So we have the Makita NGT 40 Volt Max, 42cc. It has the same power, I guess, of a 42cc gas saw. Cuts faster than gas. All right. So and it has a large capacity 18-inch bar and chain. So I've got a lot to say about all three of these things. There's a topic that I cover in my classes, in my workshop. Kind of goes over some of this. So 42cc gas saw. So if I sharpen my 220, my Stihl MSA 220, with a 16-inch bar, 43 gauge setup, with the, even with a standard battery, not the fancier new ones with 25% more power or more longevity, I can scream fast. It's all torque. So like right from the get-go, you're playing with torque. You're not playing with chain speed. You are somewhat, but not like you would on a gas saw. So that 220 can fly through wood. It just flies through it. And I have been able to do that with gas saws, but I don't know, it's a different feeling. So the same as a 42cc gas saw. Also on the larger steels, I'm gonna do like a thing with Makita. And I have to be honest with you, this is where this is gonna be interesting. I wanna keep doing these reviews with Makita. So far what I know of them, I like. I received this saw in partial compensation for doing my event there. And I ended up getting 6 batteries and fast charger and all that stuff. But so it has an adjustable trigger, which is awesome. Where on, like, say the smaller steels, it's basically on off, So this I was really happy with the way it performed. Now once I threw my little Samura bar and chain 43 on there, it worked beautifully. The only letdown for me, and this is because I'm used to steel, is the battery life on these is not as good as on the steel. Don't even try to defend that. It's not even, no. Let's just say no. It's not gonna happen. Now this, on the other hand, I've yet to explore. This is a very powerful saw, and like it says here, cuts faster than gas. Well, I don't doubt it, but I don't think it's gonna do that with an 18-inch bar. Most consumer saws are, these are consumer saws. They're also, professional, I guess, can use them. And I'm sure they do. So I'm sure they love them. This is consumer bars, or consumer saws normally come out overbarred. They just do. And if you put like a slightly smaller bar on it, you'll get way better performance. Like if you put a 16 on here or a 14 on here, it's gonna scream. Okay, it's just gonna be stupid. So, but I think they do that with the max cut on there. If you ask your average homeowner what size saw, or what kind of saw they had today, they say I got an 18-inch or a 16-inch. They don't even know what kind of saw it is most of the time. And they don't know, other than that, they don't know what the CC is. They don't know any of that stuff. So they can say they got a steel 18-inch, and it's just like, there's like a, what is that, 251, what do you got, 261? They don't know. Most of these are going to be overbarred. And I'm just saying that because I may or may not have cut with this saw in the past, yesterday. Okay, so that looks like there's tape on here, maybe, but let me see. Let me get my knife out and cut this box open. All right. So we're going to open this box, and you'll get a better look at the inside of the box. All right. How did oil get in here? What's happening? So you'll get one of these handy dandy bars, bar covers, and you'll get the Makita. I dig those bars, man. I don't know why. Just do. And then inside the package, you'll receive a oil jug thing, little for your bar oil. Must have leaked out somehow. Potentially even into the oil hole on the saw that I'm just now opening. That's weird. Okay, so you got that. Then you have one of these bad boys. The NGT 40 volt max Makita 5 amp hour. Now, this comes with the saw kit. So this all comes in a kit, as you can see. It's a pretty beefy battery. we'll just, I guess we're just gonna have to test it and see if it lasts long enough to go through an entire like a full oil. So if I fill up my oiler, an entire tank of oil, I should say. If I fill up my oiler, I want to make sure that the power runs out before the oiler does, right? These, I don't believe, I mean, you still got plenty of oil before these even run out. On the steel 160s, I'm sorry, the 160s, the 160, the 200, and the 220, all those are going to run out of battery just before they run out of oil. They'll still have some oil in them, which is great. You don't want to run out of oil before you run out of battery, or it's better to run out of battery before you run out of oil. Because that way, when you change your battery over, you just throw some oil in there, just like a regular gas saw. This, I'm not so much. My little 140s, my 120s, and my 160s, they don't either. They just dump oil all over the place. So here is the pretty slick looking Makita. This is the DC40RA. This is the Li-ion 40 volt max. Yeah, this is pretty slick, man. That's legit. They're well made. So we'll put this right here. And now we have our chain. This is an Oregon chain. For those of you that don't know, if you buy a Makita, it's sporting the Oregon bar and chain. This says Makita on it. Which are, I have been a steel guy for over 30 years. Probably almost 40 years. But the Oregon stuff has been just like everybody else. They have great things, and then all of a sudden they kind of take a nosedive, and then they build themselves back up as far as quality and all that. Every company goes through that. So, oh, even comes with a little tool. Oh, look at it. Okay, so, and here you have your owner's manual. It comes with your warranty, I believe, and all that stuff is in here. I don't have my glasses on, and so it looks like a bunch of, looks like a menu that you were sitting next to the pool and someone splashed a menu with the pool. It's all blurry. So I'm not sure, I don't know why I came up with that. You ready for this? Look at this beastie. Somebody's shining. It looks like there may or may not be a little sawdust or potentially some bar oil on that. It's a chainsaw company. It's a tool company that made a chainsaw, and I've always said this, always. If you want a great battery or electric chainsaw, then buy it from a chainsaw company. Well, I'm going to eat my words because, well, technically Makita is a chainsaw company now. I mean, let me just go over a few things with this, and I'll tell you why. I'm not going to pull any punches. I'm not here to beat up on Makita. I'm not here to put steel on a pedestal. I'm just here to give you my 2 cents on what I've absorbed or didn't over the last 33 years of my career. And one of the things that I know is anytime you're running battery or electric saws, ergonomically they're made for going up and down. Okay, so like these saws have a little bit more of this radius to play with. So, you know, and also the Makitas are a little bit more heavy in the back. I think Husqvarna's got one that's pretty well centered. But I mean, honestly, this doesn't bother me that bad, and it's got great power. And of course, I keep my stuff pretty cleaned up and sharp, so it's always a joy to pick this particular tool up, especially when you're working with some of the heavier steels. And then you grab that and you're just like, oh. So that's a lot of fun. Getting back to this thing, the body on this is quite large. Okay, so this is the body. I don't know if you can see that or not. Of the smaller, this is which one is this? That's the 36 volt. This is the other thing that confuses me with these Makitas. All right, Makita. This is just a stupid old wood carver, and I'm just trying to say this because I can't remember what I had for breakfast. Now, when I look at the side of these covers, it's not like the steel's got the 362, 261. I don't even know what that means, but at least I can remember the number with the size of the saw. Not the CC, just the basic size. And they go up in incremental parts. So this little guy is called the XCU04, the Makita XCU04, and I'm sure they all have some sort of meaning to the company, so they know parts and blah 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 blah, and it's all great. But they should just call it, you know what I call it? My little blue saw, the blue one. Hand me the blue one. But now I have a little blue saw and I have a big blue saw. Now I have also a Makita gas saw that I'm just going to say, just hand me my Makita, because you know I got a swimming in a world of steel over there, and I can just say, hand me my Makita. My wife knows it's the red one, or the different color orange one. Anyway, this saw comes with that really nice. You just pull this apart, and it's very similar to the steel. It's just a little different design. This thing comes apart, and that's where you do your adjustment. This will tighten up your cover and lock your blade in, and then this will also do your adjustments, which is pretty slick. Just a different way of doing it. Pretty clever. This one is old school. As you can see, this one is quite a bit bigger. They don't even compare to one another as far as power. But what I do like, I do like both of these. Let's just set this guy aside. What I do like about this guy is it's built pretty heavy duty. The battery is stout enough, but it almost looks like you could put a much bigger battery in here. Like, I don't know anything about Makita batteries. I'm sure some of you guys out there, oh, look how that sits like that as well. That's pretty slick. Interesting. I'm sure, like, look at the size of this battery compartment. So I don't know about batteries per se, of what Makita's making, but this is a 5 amp hour. And if they make something like huge that will fit in there, I could see this thing being a lot more heavy, but having a lot more longevity as far as power. Now I did a little cutting, may or may not have yesterday, and as you can see, we're good. In a few minutes, I'm going to put this thing together, and we're going to go over there and we're going to cut a 6x6. I know it's not a lot, but we also will discover together what this thing feels like. We'll take note of that. One of the other things that I really love about this is, it's got your standard, your triggers, safety here. You gotta have your hand on it, which is, I think, with every single saw there is on the market. Hopefully, it's got one of those. But also, it has this incredibly stout handle, and it has a rubber wrap on it. Like, it is so comfortable. Look at that. It almost wants to be shown off. Look at that. What a show pony. Sweet. So anyway, I think what we're gonna do now is, I already put a little oil in there. I think what we're gonna do is pull our chain, Oregon / Makita. in our bar. Now, a lot of times I tell everybody that comes to my workshops that, you know, we dress bars before we put chains on them. I don't care if they have a roller tip on them or not. We didn't do that yesterday, and it is what it is. So it has these nuts on here too, the ones that don't come off completely where they drop in the sawdust, and you need a metal detector to find them, or a magnet. It's got these cool ones, which I appreciate. Now, however, the rep did tell me that they do make the quick adjust, just like this one, for the big guys. And this is 3/8 43 gauge chain on here, and we've got to. Let's put this on there. We don't have the fancy adjustment. This is like a regular chainsaw, guys. This only will take me another 27 minutes, 15 seconds. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I'm just going to give these guys a little snugging. A little chainsaw tip for you guys that are starting out in the biz. Before I tighten this way down, I'm going to do like a little tensioning thing here. So back in the tree service days, I had my old boss, Pete. Well, he wasn't old then. He's pretty old now. He's older than me. He taught me about chainsaw tension on your bar. So, like, as you can see, this is really snug. Now, he would say, you want to run your chain like that when you're going through like vines, and you know, there are all kinds of like, you know, we'd be in the thickets, and we'd always tighten up our chain, because a lot of times some of that stuff could get between your chain and your bar, and you toss your chain, right? The other time we would want to have this tight like this is if we're trying to make a clean cut, like a joining cut, so that your chain isn't walking, it's staying right on that bar, and you should hear it. Hum. Hear that? It's like a whiny hum. Now, but if I'm carving, you know, I can see it. See how loose it is now? I don't know if you can see that. Okay. So as you can see how loose this is, now I see, you know, when you have a roller tip, you don't have to keep your stuff as loose, honestly, and you don't dare tighten up your chain that super tight on a carving bar. You just, if you did that, you'd smoke it. So what you want to do is with this, if I'm carving, and I know I'm not going to be making any joining cuts, like where I'm going to go from one, or like from the top to the bottom, and I'm going to add a piece, and I want to try to get it as flat to start with as possible. I'll tighten up my chain. But anyway, so I'm just going to do this, and I just want to be able to pinch my fingers between there, and have it snap, kind of snap back up a little bit. So I just want to have it where I can just grab my fingertips, like in between. Just go a little bit more. So it looks kind of snug, but you can pull it down some. Okay. So you can pull it down and pinch your fingers between the, between the chain. That's all you need. Some guys like it a little looser, some like it a little bit tighter. Also, it helps if you put tension on the tip of your bar, like so, when you're tightening up your saw blade. That way you can maintain this slack that you want here. So by doing so, I exposed that I was too loose. That's where you want it to be, guys. Just about so. All right. That way it's not so tight. You're not getting all kinds of friction, and friction is your enemy when you're running a saw, guys. So and it has the adjustable about as low as it'll go. Ready? Second gear. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Woo! That thing's got some pepper. Okay, that makes me excited. Because if it'll do that with an 18-inch bar. Okay. Problem is, we got, we tried this yesterday, and it wound up like that. And then when I went to do it again, it didn't do it. It didn't rev up to that high, my goodness, revolutions. All right, that is the 220, or this is the that's not so bad either, is it? You can tell by the rest, man. See, that's slower than the last one. You see what I mean? It did it again. Maybe I'll find that clip and replay it and then do them back to back. Because there is definitely a RPM discrepancy for me. And I think the rep saw that yesterday. He's like, He goes, well, maybe it just needs to break in. I was like, I don't know. Maybe we just need to put more oil in it. I don't know. There was clearly a whole other gear there that this thing is now not experiencing, and I feel horrible, but it's just like the first time I hit the trigger, it went like to the moon. I was like, good gravy, this thing's an animal. So I wasn't sure if this thing had like different, you know, like on the steel, the MSA 300, we have a couple different, you know, I guess you can choose like an eco economy or whatever. I don't know. I haven't gotten one yet. I haven't seen it, but this one I have gotten, and I think I'm going to do a cut test here for everyone. We'll test this on a 6-inch beam and see if we can find out if we can get that RPM back. That the thing was there for a second, and now it's gone type thing. So join me in 1, 2. Okay, guys. I learned that from Ray Murphy. Sneaky little guy. Anyways, here's our 6x6. This is Wisconsin white pine. It's just one of the beams that I've been using. I'm just gonna cut some wafers. The MSA 220 has been my go-to saw for a long time. And now this guy is just coming into the, I guess the dojo to try to flex. Hold on. Let's see if Makita can flex. Shall we? Ready? Now listen for that RPM. See, that's not as impressive as when I first got it. Remember when I held that thing up? All right. So, am I impressed so far? Yeah, but this is only a little 6-inch kiln dried piece. I mean, we could test it on some other stuff, and we're up like we're going to be pretty close. Like I believe this is probably more powerful than 220. I don't know if it's going to be more powerful than 300. So I am completely convinced that I could easily find a place for this in my arsenal. I probably would not leave this bar on it. I'd probably go, we'll say a 16, and I would probably keep this bar just in case I got a big project like this where I can't be outside because it's below zero, and I need something with a little bit of stretch or reach other than my corded saw. Big 250 I have, that steel 250. But also, by the way, if you haven't heard, Makita gas saws they're no more. They left the building last year, I guess. That was the last year that they're going to be making them. All gas saws. They're going completely to battery. And I asked him, are they making any bigger saws in this? He said, oh yeah, they're already in the works. And I was like, really? Yeah, so I guess everybody's going that direction now. I don't think steel is though. Why would they? They're coming out with stuff like the 500i, and it's in the 400, which I have video of that as well. What a great saw. The 500i, great saw. This seems like it could be a pretty amazing tool. We don't know how the battery life's going to last, and I don't want to burn up a beam to find out. But if anybody wants to buy some coasters, you know what I could do? I could sign them with love, Jeff Moore, and I will give them to my subscribers. How great will that be? Oh, that'll just be fun. I'll draw a set of lips on there like a kiss mark. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the views. Anyway, so we've got the big Makita. I got a few more stats I want to read on it. Where's my phone? There's a few more things I really want to read because I want to learn about this thing right now as well. Other than it doesn't weigh too much. It's not that bad. I can imagine what it would be like with a bigger battery. It's got to have a bigger battery. It's got it. The size of this thing, oh my goodness. Like I said, I don't know that they made a bigger one, but I don't know enough. So if you know anything about the Makitas, if they got bigger batteries than this one, let me know. Let's read a little about our new friend. Wow, you can get a free Max XGT 4 amp hour battery when you purchase the following XGT outdoor power equipment kit. Not so bad. All right. It features, all right. This is what it features. I'm reading this directly off the app in case you guys don't have the intranet. In that case, I don't know how you're seeing me. All right, out power. Makita built brushless motor delivers power of a 42cc gas chainsaw. Yes, probably, but it's not as violent and fun. It's more smooth and cool. Let's see. Outsmart the 27% faster chain speed at 5,020. That might have been that little blip that we caught in the very beginning when it was just on fire for like a second, and then when I tried to do it again, it wouldn't do it. What's the deal? Am I missing something? Is there something I need to do, like press a button or something to keep that peak horsepower just flying? I don't know. Sorry about the glasses, everyone. All right, here we go. Outlast. All right, up to 40 cuts in 12-inch diameter cedar with the 40-volt max. XGT 5.0 hour battery. No gas emissions, oil mixing, or pull starts. God, I hope not. High performance, low noise levels. That's pretty true, yeah. Reduced maintenance, lower operating costs, and minimizes downtime. That is what I tell everybody why they should get a battery saw. Because especially if you're an older person, if you want a saw for the house, you've got some really great options. if you buy a chainsaw per se, you've got problems, because if you're only going to use your saw once in a while when there's storm damage, its chances are you're going to have some serious issues. Every time you pull it out, you're going to take it in. We have, the gas goes bad. Even if the gas goes bad, you take it in, and they say, well, you get to rebuild your car because of this, that, or the other thing. Or you get air leaks or whatever, and then you go back home and you put gas in it, and it's the gas you had in there from last year or the year before that. You're gonna have problems. So, best thing, if I can recommend a homeowner, it's gonna be expensive either way, but this is money in the bank, because you will not need to ever mess with it. If it doesn't work, you bring it in and they fix it. Like, that's part of you get the warranty and stuff. So, I mean, I don't, and it's usually, these things are bulletproof. I mean, you can't do certain things with them. I would not per se let them stay out in the rain. I wouldn't forget your battery and charger in a rainstorm, or you can't really run these things when it's super cold either. They don't like it. Batteries do not like the cold. Chainsaws, the components, they don't care, but the battery, they ain't having it. So keep your batteries and chargers where it's warm. I've run into people that have said, hey, the battery is flashing red. Why is it flashing red? Well, one of two reasons. It's either got too hot or it got too cold, right? And there's nothing you can do about it. All you gotta do is either let it cool down or let it warm up. But these batteries are a lot like me and my wife. We do not like too hot and we don't like too cold. We like it just right. All right. That was stupid. Lateral chain tensioning with dual stud for efficient chain retention. We've already seen that. That's got this is just like a standard chainsaw. It's just got the nuts and a little tensioner there. Moving the scrunch towards the front makes it tighten up. Moving it back away makes it loosen up. Once you get those nuts loosened up. All right, variable speed trigger. Variable speed. That's important. And high chain speed of 5,020 FPM feet per minute for improving cutting performance. I don't see that. I saw it for a second. We all saw it together. I'm not lying, I'm just saying, we saw it together. Adjustable automatic chain lubrication with large oil reserve. So it does have a large oil reserve, and there is an adjuster. There's like a little screw you can turn to allow more oil or less oil. So that's pretty dang cool. It's got a rubberized soft grip. Top handle is engineered for the use to more easily apply even cutting pressure. This is amazing. Like, as soon as he put this thing, as soon as I opened up this box and pulled it out, I grabbed this rubber handle, and I'm telling you, it feels so good. I hate plastic handles, but I deal with them. But I prefer one of these. Just the texture just makes it more welcoming to my hand. It feels good in my hand, like when I hold a rifle, or if I'm whatever it is, a hammer, a saw. If it feels good ergonomically and it wants to grip my hand back, I love it. My bows are the same way. All my archery gear. All right. Includes an 18-inch sprocket nose guide bar and 3/8 low profile pitch with 50 gauge chain. That's 50. Looks like 43. All right. Extreme Protection Technology, XPT, engineered for improved dust and water resistance. The digital communication within XGT actively monitors and protects against overload, over discharge, and overheating. So maybe it wouldn't allow me to go to that extra high level again. Maybe it's just trying to also gauge how long this battery's going to last. I have no idea. I'm reading and I still don't have an idea. XGT tools and batteries are designed with multiple layer contact interface for more constant power delivery to take on high current demands. XGT batteries feature rigid rails with impact-resistant construction to secure the battery to the tool during high-demand applications. So it's in there, is what they're trying to say. It's like ragu. It's in there. Okay. The XGT Rapid Charger with dual fan. Oh, it's got two fans. That's cool. Dual fan design circulates air through the battery to cool the battery and circuit board quickly for faster charging. I suppose the Steels have it too, because you can hear them. That's pretty dang cool. So that's the other thing too, another tech tip part. On all my batteries, lately I've been pulling batteries out that I know my saw is clean, but the battery's still flashing red when I try to plug it in. I mean, it still functions in the saw. On my 220, my 200, sometimes the battery will just get hot, and it's because there's some sawdust that's wedged in where the vents are. So you gotta blow your batteries out, blow that stuff apart, blow it out. I don't know how these are gonna be. This looks like it's pretty, oh, someone wants to sell me life insurance. Okay. So basically, I don't know how this is gonna be. This looks like it's pretty well sealed, but on those steels, it does have a tendency to accumulate around the inner workings of the saw, which is not good. You don't want to have that. The XGT Rapid Charger built-in chip thoroughly communicates during the charging process to control current voltage and temperature for more efficient charging, and compatible with the Makita 40-volt Max XGT lithium-ion batteries. 3-year limited warranty on tool, battery, and charger. Only use genuine Makita batteries and chargers compared to the XC-U07. So this is amazing. So they have a 3-year limited warranty on the charger, the battery, and the saw. So I'm not sure what Steel has. I think I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, just let me know in the comment section below. Is Steel's 1 year or is it 3? And I don't think they do their batteries. I'm not sure. Most companies don't. But anyway, this has been the all right, so we never went over the name of this saw. This is a mouthful. Ready? You got time? Got your popcorn? Need to use the bathroom or anything? Just go on, I'll be right here. I'm just gonna state the name of this saw, if I can find it on here. It doesn't even have it on here. I don't think the saw is long enough to contain the name of this thing. This is actually called, now this is called the Makita, ready? GCU04T1 40-volt Max XGT 18-inch chainsaw kit. Okay, y'all got that? The Makita GCU04T1 40V Max XGT. I'm gonna call this my big blue saw, as long as I think I have to return this, so I'm just gonna beat it up for him, and the rep wants me to give him my my take on this. Okay, as a carver. So as carvers, we're using these tools in a way that you're not supposed to, technically, this is made for going like this, right? At most like this, or whatever. But we're doing all kinds of, stuff with it. So there's a place called Ace Tool. The list price is $1,072 for the kit. The Ace tool price is $5.99, and that is for that saw. I'm sure if you go to different places, they'll have different pricing. I have terrible reception in here. I'm talking to a bunch of people and I'm looking at my phone. How rude. But I gotta sound smarter than I look, so I gotta find the information out. Okay, so here's another battery saw. It's a top handle saw. I do not have this particular saw. I'll find a picture of it. Oh, this is stupid. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna just put this up to the camera. So this is their top handle saw. So it's basically, you know, that like the little one over there would be considered a rear handle trimmer. This would be a top handle trimmer. I'm sure it's wonderful. Makita does not make junk. And like that kit is like $540.99 on Power Tools .parts. But I mean, they've got all different kinds of stuff here. Just, you know, I prefer you watch me do it than go look on the internet, because it makes me look on the internet. It makes me seem smart, but I'm not. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to use this saw the way, you know, I didn't get 2 batteries. I suggest if you guys ever do decide to pick up any battery saw, I don't care if it's a Steel or a Makita, make sure you get 2 batteries. Especially, well, just make sure you get 2 batteries. Otherwise, you're going to have long breaks between, you know, sessions. So what I do is I'll just pull my battery, throw it on my charger, take the other one off, put that in, oil, and then go. When that one's dead, that one's charged, and you just repeat. You know, you don't run gas, you just have fun with it. Let's see if we can get some more of that RPM back. What do you say? What happened? I don't know. Maybe you gotta squeeze the trigger harder or something. I don't know. Okay. We got some quality sawdust, people. Smell that. What do you? Yeah, smell that. Awesome. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up. I'm going to be using this for the next couple weeks. Like I said, the Makita rep stopped by, dropped this thing off for me, and he's gonna let me play with it. Next time he comes, he's gonna bring me some more stuff that I can review. I think it's really cool for him to do that, and so we have great thanks to him, and for Makita so I believe it's not through Makita, it's just through the rep. He's just a cool guy, and he has the power to do so. So there's nothing, you know, I don't have any kind of signed anything with Makita. It's just I made friends with the rep, and he's a cool guy, and he wants me to do some reviews on some of this stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for seeing what I saw, and we'll see you on the next one.